Guys, would you rather build or buy a home in Nigeria? Watch this to the end. Let's be honest, in Nigeria today, owning a home is no longer just a milestone. It's a high-stakes gamble. Everywhere you look, developers are advertising sleek duplexes, luxury apartments in quotes, and jaw-dropping finishes that look like they belong in magazines. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Not every beautiful house is a good house. So the real question is not just about whether you prefer to build or buy. The real question is, are you buying a dream or a disaster in disguise? Now let's critically examine both options. Let's first talk about buying. This is where things get very interesting. You see a stunning house, clean tiles, fancy lighting, beautiful paintwork, perfect pictures online, and you think, oh, this is it. But let me ask you a serious question. What is behind the beauty? Permit me to draw your attention to the dangerous illusion of a fine house. I see the price tag on some of these homes that are up for sale, and honestly, I am shocked. Because in my mind, some of them are ridiculously cheap. And that begs the real question. If the building could be this cheap, is it really up to standard? Let's think logically. Cement is expensive. Iron rods are expensive. Land is expensive. Labor is expensive. So how is it that that luxury house, in quotes, is so affordable? How? Let's not deceive ourselves. One thing is for sure. The developer must make his profits. That one is for sure. So, if the price looks cheap, something was definitely sacrificed. And it is usually not the beautiful tiles or POP ceiling that you can see. It is the things you cannot see that are usually sacrificed. I mean, how can you tell if the foundation of the building is weak? How would you know if substandard materials were used? At that stage, you can no longer see if the structural work was poorly executed. What about bad wiring? You will not be able to see that. What about compromised plumbing work? You will not be able to see that at that point. So yes, the beautiful home you are thinking of buying may just be all beauty with very little substance. Now let's go to the second alternative. You see, the second alternative would be for you to build. If you ask me, I would say building your own home is by far the smarter alternative. I know this is the option a lot of people are afraid of. Yes, it sounds stressful. Yes, you have heard horror stories about building your own home. Yes, people will tell you, Oga, just buy this building and rest. But here's the truth. Building your own home is still the most intelligent way to own property in Nigeria if you do it right. Now, why is it better to build your home? Number one, you control everything from foundation to finishing. Nothing is hidden from you. You know exactly what went into the building. Number two, you get real value for your money. No inflated developer margins disguised as luxury in quotes. Number three, you build for longevity, not just appearance. When you are building with strength in mind. You see? So, and number four, you are not just building for today, you are building for decades to come. So you have all of that in your mind. So you know what you are building for, you know what your goals are, and you build to achieve those goals. No guesswork. You know what went into your building. You know exactly what you put into your building. So there are no surprises behind the walls. You know exactly what is behind the walls that you are seeing. The shiny walls, the beautiful tiles, and the beautiful POP ceilings. You know exactly what is behind all of that. So there are no surprises. But let's be honest. Building can be brutal. And here is where most people get it wrong. They try to do everything themselves. They manage artisans. They chase suppliers. They argue over prices. They supervise site work. And before long, they are exhausted, frustrated, and overwhelmed. The real secret to successfully building your home is getting the right team to handle your project. It changes everything. What if you didn't have to deal with all that stress? What if there was a reliable firm that can handle everything from start to finish, professionally, transparently, and efficiently? Because the truth is, building is only hard when you don't have the right people. The most important job you have as a prospective homeowner is not buying cement or chasing bricklayers. Your biggest responsibility is choosing the right professionals to carry all of your burden. Get that right, and everything else becomes smooth. But if you get it wrong, then your dream project turns into a financial and emotional nightmare. Now, this is the brutal truth that most people learn too late. Buying a home feels easy. Building feels hard. But this is the twist. Buying is easy upfront, but risky long term. Building is harder upfront, but safer long term. So the real question becomes, do you want convenience or confidence? Now, my advice to you is build smart, not hard. If you truly want peace of mind, structural integrity, long-term value, full control, then building is the smarter choice. But don't do it alone. Let the experts handle it for you. If you are serious about building and you want a reliable firm that can handle your project from start to finish without stress, contact Sharp Edge Design Limited. We specialize in project designs, building construction, and of course, end-to-end project management. So you don't have to deal with the chaos. We handle everything for you. Feel free to visit our website, www.sharpedgedesignlimited.com, or you can call our direct number. Call us on 0802-835-3440. In Nigeria today, a fine house is not enough. A structurally solid house is actually what you need. So before you rush to buy that perfect home in quotes, ask yourself, am I buying quality or just packaging? Because when it comes to real estate, what you don't see can cost you everything. Now tell me in the comments, would you rather buy or build a home in Nigeria? Please don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe to my channel if you are yet to do so, and thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.